What is up, folks? We're back with some more historic gameplay. Check it out, you're not going to want to miss it. All right, what is up, everybody? We got a historic deck for you today. This is Grixis Snapcaster. So this is a variation kind of on two decks that I used to play in historic. There's the Grixis Bullets and then the Rusko Clockmaker deck. This is kind of a combination of what was good in both of those decks and a little bit of tweaking for the current meta to try to make the deck a little bit more solid against everything, especially the top decks. All right, so the main focus of the deck is instants and sorceries. We got quite a lot of them. And then we have this guy here, Snapcaster Mage, 1 in a blue for a 2/1 with flash. Card is insane, bonkers, and basically, some point in the game, you cast a spell, and then you can cast this guy maybe turn 3 or turn 4 and recast your spell again, getting some pretty decent value. And usually you can trade the Snapcaster with some creature as well, or just use it as your win con. It's really powerful when you kind of have like a giant toolbox in your graveyard of things that you can choose to cast again. So maybe you're facing a bunch of aggro creatures and you need to sweep the board again, you can do that. Or you're dealing with some graveyard shenanigans, you can go blank again, exiling their hand in their graveyard. You could get some extra value off of like the Undercity Plunderer. Maybe you just need to pick something out of their hand and get rid of it. You can recast Thoughtseize, etc., etc. So very powerful, very solid. We also are running a lot of instants like Seek New Knowledge, Link to Dust, Make Disappear, Pull Against Command. So all of these are things that you can cast actually on your opponent's turn, which is very relevant in a lot of cases. So yeah, many times the opponent will try to like combo off and you can Snapcaster and use your Cling again. Get rid of that one card from the graveyard and stop their combo. Or maybe they're going crazy with their Hammer Time and swinging in with like a 10 mana creature. You can cast this on their turn and blow up their hammer and kill the threat or make them discard or something like that. So, and there's also a pretty cool combo where you can cast a Snapcast, cast the Snapcaster Mage. It casts something, and then maybe you trade the Snapcaster with a creature. Then you use Kolaghan's to get back your Snapcaster and kill another creature of them, opponent's creature. And then you can cast that Snapcaster again to cast your Kolaghan's command again. And you get kind of this like pretty decent loop where you essentially have almost 8 Snapcaster mages in your deck. So very sweet kind of stuff you can do there. Of course, we do have more win cons in the sideboard with the Mastermind's acquisition. And we also have Rusko and Tome of the Infinite, which are also win cons that we have. These two are somewhat optional. I found that Rusko was kind of nice to have to reshuffle your deck at some point in the game when you start to get low, or if the opponent's playing mill or something like that. Tome of the Infinite, also just a good mana sink that can find you some decent removal spells or situational like opponents' decks. And it is potentially a win con because you do have the Lightning Bolt in there. Or you can pitch some of those cards to your Seek New Knowledge, so it's not really that big of a burden. And then in the sideboard, we do have a Tormod's Crypt, because sometimes you'll need to just get rid of that graveyard and you didn't draw your Go Blank or your Clings, or maybe you don't have the Snapcaster to recast one of those things. So you might need to do that, grab that, get rid of their graveyard, and that can win you the game sometimes. We also have a Baleful Mastery to get rid of creatures or planeswalkers at an affordable rate if we need it, or if we can afford it to, we can do it for the 4 mana cost. Slaughter Games is what I'm trying out as well. This is mostly for the blue-white control matchups. This will help you like get rid of Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, or if you're playing against a combo deck and you know the exact card that wins them the game, like the one key piece in their deck, then you can get this. In other situations, don't use this card. This is really only for stopping a combo deck or a deck that has only one win con. Otherwise, it's not that good. Perilous Vault is in here for the enchantment decks with the green-white enchantments. They need to get their like 9 lives and their solemnity. I want to say Selesnya, but solemnity. And so this is a nice way that you can get rid of that and win the game, because when their 9 lives leave the battlefield, you win the game. All right, Nicol Bolas, Dragon God, just very solid value engine planeswalker that wins the game. Chandra, again, this is mostly for control matchups. This is kind of an optional slot, I think, but can't be countered is pretty big against certain decks. It also can do a board wipe if you need it to, and it does win the game eventually with the +2. So yeah, just a solid sideboard win con, I think. And finally, another way to sweep the board and win the game with Ugin, because a lot of decks, artifact or enchantment, which just have a huge board of stuff, they'll have like hexproof or protection or something. So this doesn't care about any of that, and it can just clear the board out for you and win the game. All right. I have a few other random cards here. These are just things I've been thinking about, but in Best of One, we don't have access to any of these, so you don't have to worry about that. All right. That's kind of it for the deck. Yeah, let's get into the games and see how we do. Decent hand. See how we do with this. I guess we can drop the Xander's Lounge. I don't really have a removal or anything in the beginning, so probably no need to jock anything in. And I'm gonna go ahead and Undercity Plunder here. I'm guessing this is like blue-white control. Kind of looks like it to me. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's S for control with Mastermind's Acquisition. Aether Hub. Interesting. You don't see that a lot. Oh, it could be Grease Fang, but they don't usually run the Mastermind's Acquisition. Yeah, no, it's gotta be control. The mending is a little bit strange though. Ooh, mill. Okay. Player's a little bit all over the place. We can fling this Faithful Mending maybe. Either way, I think I'm probably gonna Seek New Knowledge and fling. But we'll see what happens. Well, I guess I'll get rid of the Glimpse, since they might cast their Mending there. Okay, and if they let this resolve, I'll get rid of that Fatal Push, because it doesn't seem very useful. Ready? Didn't really feel a stick or anything. Oh, I'm not sure. Something... Oh, okay. Cool. Actually, that's cool that they're doing that now. But I wonder how I'm gonna deal with this matchup. Or if it really is mill. So let's just plunder them again. Another Divine Purge. Wow. 3 of them. So we're gonna see like a Tasha. Oh, they're milling themselves. Okay. Alrighty, then we need to get our go blank here. Deal with this, I think. So they're a reanimator deck. I could also actually I could mastermind. I have a my sideboard I have a Tormod's Crypt. Yeah, I think that's the safest bet here. They don't even have a colored mana. So let's do that. I think that should pretty much wrap this game up. Could have maybe waited to the other turn, but who knows what they might have up their sleeve, so. Sweet. Got it. That's power of the sideboard. I go first. Only 2 lands, but I think this is keepable. Well, they do look like a control player. We have Seek, and we have Go Blank, which is kind of decent. I'm gonna try it. This deck gets by pretty well with like 3 mana. So if you can get up to that, it'd probably be fine. And since I think it's control, I'm not gonna shock this one in. All right, we got the land. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this now. Put one of the fatal pushes back. Growth Spiral. So this might be a combo deck then. Or it could just be Bant Control. Tough to say. I could go blank now. Like turn 5 is when it gets scary and they have the fairy and stuff. I think if it's the combo deck, they have to have... I think they put down a creature, they cast the Neoform. I think if they have the exact two creatures, they can do it. I don't know. I think the tempo is too good for me to not do it here, and I'm pretty sure it's control, even though I had Growth Spiral. Let's see. Could be a mistake. If it's control, then we'll save this for the Teferi. And the rest of these cards are kind of not so useful. Okay, so it's not what I was thinking. Bought this and so it's 5 color, so it might be like Nib Mizzet.
That's just plain poppycock. That's very nice, thank you.
Okay. It's a little bit scary. An enchantment? I don't have a good way to deal with that, really. Okay. Search the library. If I don't counter this and they get like a control active negation or something, I think I have to counter this, unfortunately. But it does leave me very open. Yeah, and this hand is just not quite cutting it. I think we're gonna be probably out of this game. Our deck is not the best suited against this opponent. It is weird that they didn't activate their widespread thievery though. Maybe the card underneath it's not that great. Go ahead and kill this Kavu. My impulse can't even kill it though, unfortunately. If we keep... Yeah, I don't know. We need like a mastermind, probably. Definitely not that. Yeah, mastermind. Get our Ugin. Clear this board out. There we go. Okay. I don't know why they haven't been casting anything though. But, yeah. And that's what we need. They have a counterspell? Crown in the lock. And then there's the widespread thievery. Okay. And they got Atraxa. Okay. That's pretty good. And I also had just enough to let their run in the lock work. That's sad. Could get rid of all their treasures, but it doesn't do a whole lot. I think this one's... I think we gotta call this one. I don't see us really coming back. Like I said, we basically only have Ugin as our out against this type of deck. But we'll just go on to the next one. If you get in a really bad situation, I mean, you can try to slug it out for a few more turns, but that one I think was pretty much lost. Okay, opponent goes first. We do have Snake Disappear, go blank. Seems decent. It's gonna be bad if they're playing like elves or wizards. Otherwise, it's pretty good, so we can try it. Alright, blue-black off the bat. Wonder if I'm gonna cycle this. Probably not. Alright, we'll play it. This is milling, maybe? Could be self-mill. Yeah, self-mill. Okay. That deck can be scary. Definitely no joke. But that's why we got the go blanks in there. Could help us out a lot. Pristine, they're gonna mill 4 more. Got a Narcomoeba. I wonder if they're gonna cast that zombie from their graveyard, but they have to discard to do that. Alright. Okay, we're gonna try the go blank here. I mean, they might have a counterspell.
Maybe something's wrong.
We can do it again in 2 turns. And hopefully that's not too late with the Snapcaster Mage. That's alright, them doing that. I mean, we still got our Brotherhood's Ends in the deck. We can probably find at some point. And we get rid of a big part of this. Also, their Saga does nothing, which is good. Alright, the other glimpse was not that great for us. They did whiff. Fatal Push is also pretty good. Okay, and yeah, that's enough. Them whiffing, I guess, on that glimpse was enough for them to scoop. So sweet. Go blank is a house against the current meta, and so yeah, we got it. Let's see. Opponent goes first. This hand, this is a pretty slow hand. I don't see a Giganta, which gives me some hopes that they're not playing Wizards. And the command is pretty good against the like Hammer Time or Artifact decks. We got the lands. We have a very high number of 1 mana cards that we might draw into, so I'm gonna keep this. Merfolk, okay. Interesting. It is tapped. Merfolk, I haven't seen that in a while. But we definitely want to get our removal spells here. Oh, that's not a Merfolk. Okay, interesting. Well, some tempo deck, I guess. Very Seer. Maybe this is like a budget blue tempo deck? But if we don't have removal cards, I mean, we're not doing a whole lot anyway. 2 top. Oh. Alright, the question here is, do we seek for some sort of board wipe, or do we want to make them discard potentially 2 cards? Plus we also get some more insight into what their deck is doing. I kind of like that. I think they're going to have counterspells and protection, so I should probably do this while I can. Might make it so that they discard most of that. Can't be blocked. Lots of can't be blocked. It's very strange. Maybe this is a new player, but they're in Diamond and I don't know. Okay, so they do have some protection stuff. Yeah, Curious Obsession makes sense. I can actually make their creature phase out if I want to. Might be safer. But I guess I will just, on their upkeep, try to blast this out, and if they, with the Kolaghan, they try to protect it, then at least it'll be phased out for the turn. Guess that's fine. They could have a counter spell, which would be a little bit bad. I don't think we have much of a choice, so I guess let's just try it. Discard and 2 damage. Might have like the... There's a counter spell that's cheaper if you have a flying creature, so I might have that one. Or make disappear, okay. Alright, so they are tapped out. Don't know if they have another land here, but they're tapped out. There's a chance we can get something. We didn't though. Guess I can seek knowledge and try to find a removal. Oh man, that would have been nice earlier. What are we dropping off? Maybe I'll get rid of the Mastermind. It's not that good now. And I might get it back later. And then I'm gonna shock this in so that I can slip out the back their Mistcloak Herald probably. See what they got in here though. Combat Research, Fierce Obsession, Storm Tamer. Storm Tamer. So that's the only counterspell they have. That is a lot of drawing cards. Flip out the back is also a little bit annoying. This only goes for targeting. So actually, maybe I'll get rid of the slip out the back. Then that way, I can just Brotherhood's End here. I mean, depending on what they do. I don't want to slip out the back unless they're put at least like maybe 2 of the draw spells on here. It's tricky. Tempo is always tricky. Alright, they did put another one on there. So do I want to phase that out? They draw 2, I mean they could potentially get... Actually they'll sacrifice if you didn't attack with a creature this turn. A creature. This stuff. Because I kind of have the answer. If I phase it out, it only buys me a turn, but then I need a target removal. I guess I'm gonna let him draw 2 cards. Just hope. Yeah, I guess so. We did get another Brotherhood to end. Okay, they didn't have it. We lucked out. They do have a full hand, which we have to deal with. Let's see. If they want to sack it, I mean, I guess I could just kill it right now. Is that worth? Maybe. We have another creature, Ivy. Oh, Snapcaster is nice. Snapcaster is nice. I can Resco and phase out this Ivy. And then could potentially Snapcaster the next turn. Alright, that sounds okay to me. Then Resco will start getting us some life, which is really useful. This way they don't get the spell to like it doesn't the target drops off because phases out. Unless they have a counter spell. 4 up. Okay. That is a little bit bad, yeah. That is a little bit bad. So now what should I do? I have Ward 1. Potentially might have another way to stop my Snapcaster Mage. Could do a sweeper here, lose my Resco. Doesn't feel like they have... I mean, doesn't feel like they have a protection spell, right? Alright, I hope it's true. Please don't have it. One time don't have it. Oh, they have the counter spell. No. I guess I should have just gone for the go blanks maybe? Gained the extra life. Made them discard everything. Darn, that was tough. Okay. Yeah, this hand is pretty good. They're Lurus, so it might be Hammer Time, might be Auras. But we got counter spells and Brotherhood's End, so that's a keep. Yeah, we start with the black, and then we can play the Sulfur to have the make disappear on. Okay, green white, so probably Hammer Time. Looks like Hammer Time. Green white hammer enchantments, that kind of stuff. Yeah, we can counter this. Stops them from getting a draw. We do have this for the artifact itself. Also have Snapcaster next turn. We can kind of shut down their plans early. Okay, well that's a good sign for us. They have nothing. I think we just shock this in and go from there. Mutavault is a pretty scary card. Plus X, plus 2. So we can counter this. I can also blow this up later. It's not that scary. Alright, I'm gonna let it go down because we had the Brotherhood's End. Full Guide Lantern. I think I actually do have to counter this, unfortunately. Crazy as that is. Alright, Baleful Mastery's decent. I was hoping we'd get a land, but I guess it's fine. We gotta wait on this Fresco then. Alright, so they... Ooh, but they go with Kemba first. Interesting. Touch one target equipment you control to that creature. Alright. They're attacking with the Mutavault. So I can either kill this with the Baleful Mastery or the Snapcaster. I guess I'm gonna go with the... I better do the Snapcaster, because their Lurus is kind of out of the range of where I can counter it next turn. Oh, it tapped. Wow. Auto tapper, why? Alright, well that sucks. Auto tapper got me, but at least I can block it still. Pretty dumb. Auto tapper. Versus. Alright, I'm gonna shock this in so I can play Rusco, I think. And also make sure Auto tapper doesn't get me again. It really wants to get me. Sheesh. Alright, I'll probably exile their Lurus if they play it here, which they might. Oh, or they're gonna glass cast at me, okay. Actually, it's fine for me because of my Brotherhood's End, which is the reason I put it in this deck. Okay. This didn't even hit my Rusco, so actually I don't know why they did that. But yeah, let's just blow up all the artifacts. Including my clock. Okay, yeah. I mean, that is a little bit of a non-roll there. But okay, I mean, we got it. We got rid of their stuff, so that's all that mattered. So it's got a little kinks, a little bit of things that you gotta watch for the auto tapper. Apparently it hates you. But it's still very well set against the meta. And yeah, let's talk about it in the post-game wrap-up. Alright folks, well that's it for the games for today. The deck went 3-2 in the games we played on stream today. But overall I've been playing it a bit more besides this video, and it was doing very well for me. Felt very strong in the main matchups. And I would say I have on average probably at least around a 67-70% win rate, something like that with the deck. So usually you win about 2 for every 1 you lose, maybe a little bit more than that. And yeah, so I think the deck overall is well positioned in the current meta. Of course, if Historic shifts up a little bit in what decks are popular, then we might see that changes. And if you're missing some of the cards, there's definitely alternatives you can swap in or swap out. These were just the ones that I got working for me that I was liking. And the sideboard is up to your discretion as well, so yeah. Anyway, that's it for the deck. Hope you enjoy the games and go out there, have some fun. It's the new season and try some things out. And until next time, yeah, see you.